and welcome to the WorldSkills UK Live from Live show. We are here in the NEC in Birmingham, where the UK's largest apprenticeships, skills and careers fair is taking place. Now, during the next 3 days, we have over 80,000 people set to walk through these doors. And it's very easy to see why. This free to attend event is the place to be if you're a young adult or a student looking to take the next step towards your dream career. Or if indeed you don't know what your dream career could look like, then this is a real hub of inspiration to get your teeth into. Now, WorldSkills UK Live isn't just about potential employees. Here, it is also a must-attend event for the UK's major employers, educators and organisations. And amongst many here today, we have BAE Systems, Toyota Manufacturing UK, the NHS and Lloyds Banking Group, just to name a few. And they are all here searching for the next generation of high flyers. Who knows, it could be you. And as if that's not enough, the real event showstopper is the WorldSkills UK National Finals. 500 of the UK's most talented apprentices and students will be battling it out here at the NEC, and we're going to be talking to former competitors to find out what the competition is like and how that's helped them in their career. Now, if you're not able to be here at any point over the next 3 days, then fear not, because we have got you covered. We're going to be going live on the WorldSkills UK YouTube and Twitter accounts at 11:30 AM and 2:30 PM both today and tomorrow. So we're not going to leave you in the dark, just make sure you tune in. I'll be here in the studio, but we also have Peter Bakari out on the show floor, and he is a children's health educator, motivational speaker and former Team GB Olympian, and it's a good job that he is fighting fit, because he is going to be here, there and everywhere on the show floor showing us what is on offer. Now, this morning we will be talking all about the health, hospitality and lifestyle sector, and joining me in the studio we have two lovely guests. We have Laura Jane Rawlings, founder of Youth Employment UK, and we also have Nikita Harrow, a neonatal nurse, with the South Eastern Health and Social Care of Northern Ireland, and also former WorldSkills UK competitor. So welcome, ladies. Thank you very much for joining us. Now, I have plenty of questions to ask you, but first, to kick things off, Peter Bakari visited Stephen Scuffle earlier this morning with the Craft Guild of Chefs to talk about their cooking competition and careers within that sector. So Peter, where are you?
Welcome everyone, we are now here at the WorldSkills UK live competition where over 80,000 people are coming to compete in over 70 competitions, where they want to represent Team UK at the WorldSkills UK competitions, which is like the Skills Olympics. Right now we're at the cooking, and I'd like to introduce you guys to Stephen Scuffle. He's going to tell us a little bit more about what they're up to. Hi Stephen, how you doing?
I'm good, thanks.
So tell me, what's going on right now?
Right, the guys here are prepping for cookery competition. Around the other side, we've got a live restaurant and we've got confectionery on one side. So we're covering the whole ballpark.
Oh, that's incredible. And how long have they actually been here doing their thing?
They arrived yesterday. They're now getting ready. We start at 9 o'clock, so they're just doing their prep at the moment. So I've been here for a couple of hours. They were meant to get here at 8. They arrived at 7.
Well, that's expected. I was late too. Can you imagine? So how does this actually compare to their day-to-day?
We try to make it as realistic as possible. We put these guys under pressure. There's enough work there to do, but it's not an easy task. And they're producing restaurant dishes using prime ingredients, and it's a real test.
I've actually seen them going, and they're really working hard at it. But you have to say, you are an inspiration. So how did you come out to be a chef?
The same route as these guys. I started off as a 16-year-old, as an apprentice in London, went to college, done my apprenticeship. I've done lots of competitions when I was young. It's been good to me. It's taken me around the world. I've worked in America, worked in the Middle East, worked in France, worked in a lot of places. I've owned my own restaurant company. I've been an exec chef for a group, so I've had quite a varied thing. And now I work freelance.
Oh wow! So you've been around the block, and so when you was coming up, what would you then, if someone is at home right now saying, "I want to be a chef," what advice would you give to them?
Firstly, you've got to want to be a chef. You've got to be dedicated, you've got to work hard, and you've got to be a team player. Cooking's about being in a team. It's like a football team. You have to be part of a team. It's not about one person. It's not about one person's ego. It's about a team. And you're as good as the rest of the people in the brigade.
We're all linked together to make it as strong as possible.
Exactly, yeah, exactly.
So when it comes then, with WorldSkills UK and the Class Guild of Chefs, how do you think in partnership we can help more people get into the hospitality sector?
We're two big organisations. We're all aiming for the same goal, and that's to get more and more young people into a trade, which is a trade where people can expand, they can get a job all over the world. There's a massive shortage of chefs. It's a real thing that we need to get people in. And these two organisations are picking people young, and that's what we need. Once you've got that bug, you've got the bug.
Yeah. Well, guys, I wish you had smell-o-vision because it is smelling good right now, and they are still working at it. So I want to say thank you, Stephen.
No problem at all.
It's been a pleasure, and back to you, the studio, guys.
So as Stephen was mentioning, if you want to be a chef, you have to really want to be a chef. You have to have a passion for that particular job. But let's just broaden it out a little bit and talk about skills, because there must be some skills that are integral to chefing or working within that industry. So can we talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so one of my first and most favourite jobs was waitressing, and so really closely linked with the chefing industry and the hospitality industry. And I think, you know, the skills that you learn within those sectors, within that industry, really can take you anywhere. But they rely on people coming in with great communication skills. You've got to be able to work as a team. You've got to be able to work at a really fast pace. Often when you're working in the restaurant service in particular, you know, you're dealing with the general public. You've got 10, 12 things happening at once. So you've got to be able to kind of work at that pace and you know, just have that, I guess, that great enthusiasm for what you're doing, because nobody wants a miserable waitress, right? That's the worst thing.
No, and you want some tips as well, don't you?
Yeah.
Ideally, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the restaurant side of things, but what other opportunities are there? What other career opportunities within the hospitality sector are on offer?
Yeah, so most people won't know this, but the hospitality sector is the third largest employer in the UK. And in 2017, there were more than 3.2 million people employed directly in that sector. So it's a massive sector. It's growing. There is a big forecast that there will be more growth in that sector. It's becoming really interesting, the innovation that's also happening there. So I think you might think about some of the traditional jobs like waitressing or chefing, but also you've got to think about the wider skills. So within the hospitality industry, there will be PR and marketing teams who are thinking about how they rebrand different restaurants to keep themselves competitive. There'll be, you know, administration and customer service roles in different areas of the business. So actually it's a massively broad industry that's really exciting.
That's a good point actually, because often when you think hospitality, you almost do get tunnel vision and think of those main front of house public facing roles, but it's so much more than that. And I guess at a show like this, at WorldSkills, you can see all of those opportunities that are on offer, so it's great. But as I know, and people watching might not be able to make it here, so where can they go to find out a little bit more about this?
Yeah, sure. I mean, there is loads of information online. There's some really great websites. So you can get careers advice from the National Careers Service. They are here today, but they are also online and have chat services. Our website, youthemployment.org.uk, has a free careers hub with loads of stories, lots of information about different sectors and careers and how to get in them, what skills you need for different roles, how much you'll earn, because that's quite important too. So that site, I'd highly recommend it.
Brilliant. And we were just talking earlier about inspiration, and Nikita, we're going to bring you in here because I must admit, when I first stepped onto the show floor, I didn't know what to expect, and there is so much going on here, isn't there? So it doesn't matter if you don't know even what sector to get into, you can pick up ideas, and you know, this isn't your first time here on the show, is it? So just tell us a little bit about that. I mean, how can people visit? What can they find out on the different stalls and exhibitions?
So the good thing about this skills show is we have so many different sectors in the first place. So I know myself, whenever I was a young person, I had zero clue what I wanted to do, no idea where to sort of start, and this is a really good basis to start on. A lot of the young people can come in, they can start from one sector, move the whole way through. We have a go with stands at pretty much every sector, so if you see something, oh, I wouldn't mind having a go at hairdressing, oh, okay, I'll have a go. And usually there's dummies. Where if we want to go over to cooking or catering or hospitality, usually there's have a go sessions. So it's a really good area and good site to actually, okay, I don't know if I'd like that, but sure, I'll have a go.
Brilliant.
And that's sort of the thing that we're trying to encourage as well.
And that really comes across as well when you see everybody walking around. But nobody knows this better than Peter Bakari, because he has been out there, as I mentioned earlier, on the show floor, seeing what's going on. So let's see where he is next.
Yes, we are now here at one of the most important organisations of today, the NHS. And we have Alan Simmons who's going to tell us a little bit more. So tell me, Alan, what is the NHS and how does it help?
Well, the National Health Service has been around for a long time. It's the biggest employer in the UK. In fact, it's the 5th biggest in the world. So in England, we employ about 1.4 million staff. And the interesting thing is, people think the NHS, doctors and nurses, yes, we employ them, but there are so many other roles. And people just don't think about the scientists or the people who look after the buildings, the caterers, and the whole range of stuff. 350 different careers.
So 350 different careers. How would you get into the NHS then?
Well, again, that's a bit of a fallacy that you need to go to university to join the NHS. Not true. So many different routes. So I think in a minute you might talk to an apprentice. That's one of the routes in, but you can come in with no qualifications, with a degree perhaps, with postgraduate qualifications. There's so many different routes in.
So if you have a passion for helping people, you really can get into the NHS in any route that you want?
Absolutely, and not all the jobs are actually facing the public. Sometimes you can do a job behind the scenes where you're actually making a real difference, but you're not actually meeting the public or patients face to face.
That's no problem. Is it okay if I get to see some of this in action?
Of course, have a look around and talk to Jenny. She's one of the apprentices with the NHS.
Ooh, an apprentice. Let's go find out. Okay, so we're going to go down to the ambulance and see what it's like at the back. Now, every time I've been in one, it's always been a bit, for me, but this will be okay this time. Hello, hello, hello. How you doing? Here we are. How you doing? You too, you too. So this is Jenny, one of the apprentices for NHS, and she's going to tell me a little bit about her day-to-day and how she got into it. So what's it like?
Wow, so I actually don't work on these yellow ambulances. We go, I don't know if you've seen the white ones around.
No.
So they're non-emergency ambulances, and what I do from a day-to-day is we take patients who can't make their way into hospital, like to appointments, we take them out of hospital. So we take a lot of people who are in electric wheelchairs, people who just can't get down the stairs. We have lots of equipment which we use to help them get down the stairs, and yeah, that's what we do.
I've seen all this equipment, and guys, I'm 6'5", and I've got headroom. I'm not used to that. So what's the difference between this ambulance and the other?
Well, this has a lot of emergency equipment, so a lot of clinical equipment, so to obviously perform different clinical things. And in there, you've got your carry chairs and stuff, which
Hello?
we use them and them there.
Oh, wow.
Which obviously help downstairs and upstairs, which is on manual handling equipment. We don't have these there, special for the...
All nicely folded away.
Yeah,
So
here.
what advice would you give to someone who wants to be an apprentice?
Wow. You have to be dedicated to it,
Yeah.
for one, and you've got to want to do it, because I came out of school not knowing what I wanted to do, and I thought, okay, because I want to be a paramedic when I'm older, let's have a look what there's about. So I applied online, didn't think I was going to get in. I did at the age of 16, and I've done the apprenticeship for a year, which you learn about a lot about the health and safety, different legislations, protective equipment, stuff like that.
So you're always learning a lot being an apprentice?
Pretty much, yeah. And I've just finished it and got to my level 2. So
Wow, well, congratulations. Hey. So if you guys out there also want to be a level 2 or level 1 or just get into the NHS, there are many other routes. So I want to say good luck to all the people out there, and back to you.
So Peter had just about enough headroom there, I think, in that ambulance. But again, it goes back to what we were saying, that you can get really hands-on with all of the exhibits here, which is fantastic. It's what you need to do to inspire the next generation, isn't it? And talking of inspiring the next generation, Nikita, what made you want to get into healthcare?
So initially when I was in school, I hadn't really any idea what I wanted to do. As I got up, I actually found a lot that I loved working with people and I loved working with children. When I decided, whenever it came to my GCSE, still didn't really know, but Mum and Dad were very encouraging. Oh, you're great working with people, do health and social care, something like that. when I left school, I studied a health and social care BTEC course at level 3, and I just loved it. I still at that point didn't know where I wanted to go or what I wanted to do, but health and social care is that sort of branch where, and it's the same with hospitality, it's like a tree. You have so many different branches, so many different routes. So I had like opportunities to work with learning disability, mental health, with autism, things like that. There's so many different options, social work, so on and so forth, but I sort of wanted something that incorporated everything. One of my college tutors actually nominated me to compete in WorldSkills, and I was very lucky to get through. I was very lucky to compete at nationals, and I got a bronze medal. To me, that was kind of an eye-opener, because I came from school where I was quite nervous. I was very shy. I wouldn't speak to anybody. I didn't have very much confidence, and it was something that really built my confidence up. So although I loved working with people, I didn't have the confidence to go and do my nursing. WorldSkills gave me that confidence.
That's brilliant.
Ended up competing in Squad UK. Didn't get to my team and didn't get to my internationals, but that's okay because I got so much more out of it. My training manager at the time had said, Nikita, do your nursing. Like, that's got everything that you needed. Like, go do it. And when I applied and got in, it was probably the best thing I've ever done in my life. I'm now in a job that I absolutely adore. I get to work with sick babies, but I can also bank shift in different units across Northern Ireland. I can work in children's wards, and it's the fact that I can work with not just a baby, but their parent and their whole family, and I absolutely love it.
That's brilliant. Such a broad set of skills. So can you tell us a little bit about your training then? What did you have to do and go through to get such a good arsenal of skills at your disposal?
Yeah, so whenever we're in university, we had to do our practical skills, and then we also go into our placements. So you have so many placements throughout like a 3-year period. On top of obviously my placements, I kept quite in touch with WorldSkills, so I was also developing my communication skills through WorldSkills as well. So obviously we do vital signs, blood pressure monitoring. We do a lot of obviously individual things with each baby, but it's more as you go through your course, you develop those skills and you maneuver it on. But I have everything from communication and how I look after the baby, and I suppose it wasn't really till I got into my actual job that I really started learning my nursing set. Because they always say to you anyway, when you're studying, yes, you're learning your skills and you're developing so much. Like, majority of your skills come from your school and your experiences, and it's the experiences that you really need.
Experience, and you mentioned earlier how competing at WorldSkills gave you that experience as well, so that's really cool to find out about that. And hopefully people watching at home, that might encourage them to just look a little bit more into it and maybe have a go themselves.
Yeah.
Right, talking of hard work and passion and everything else, I think that earlier this morning, Peter, I said that he was fighting fit and going all over the place on the show floor, but I think he had a bit of R&R at the next stand. Let's take a look.
Come on, we've got to do an interview.
Graham, yeah, sure. Welcome everyone. We're here at the hospitality and we're standing with Graham. Graham, this is actually amazing. So tell me, what does hospitality mean to you and what they're doing here?
Well, it's a fantastic chance to really showcase to all the young people here today, the parents, the careers advisors and everybody that's in attendance. And it's a fantastic event. What career you can have in hospitality, and we've all got a common interest. All the employers here today are talking about the apprenticeships we have, and we can really develop young people and provide a career for them.
Wow, that is incredible. I've seen from bed laying, there's food down in the corner, there's some pizza tossing. What opportunities are there?
So we're promoting the apprenticeships route where you can come in at a level 2, which is equivalent to 5 GCSEs, and you can work in pubs, hotels, restaurants, coffee shops, leisure parks. We have everything here today, and that's what we really want to provide, that information to as many people as possible. And what we're trying to really demonstrate is actually this is a fun and exciting industry, which is why we've got so many activities on, and we want them all to come along and enjoy it, and hopefully you'll be able to go at one of them in a moment.
Oh, definitely. So what kind of skills are there? Actually, why don't we go and find out?
Yeah, let's go and have a look.
So we're going to find out what it's going to be like to actually be in part of the hospitality sector. And here we have some pizza spinning. Hello. So what is going on here?
Basically, I'm just teaching people how to do the dough tossing or the dough flare, which is just expressing yourself really with the dough. So,
The dough flare. And how does that work?
I can teach you if you want.
Yes, please.
Yeah. Right, I'll tell you what. If we start off, so are you right-handed?
Yes, right-handed.
Awesome. Put your right hand out.
Yes.
Spread your fingers.
Yep.
Okay, this is called a basic toss, all right? So you put your hand in, so your pinky is facing your belly button, thumb facing forward. You want to throw it like a frisbee. Then you want to come around, keeping your hand flat. Then you want to come up, like basketball when you shoot for the hoop.
Yeah, Kobe.
That's it.
Okay,
From
okay.
downtown, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Okay, so bring it down here,
Yeah.
flick out and out.
So I'll show you what it looks like with the dough in my hand. Okay. So if we go around and up,
Okay.
and then you catch with the other hand. Yeah, go
Alright,
for it, man.
So, in, out, flick.
Yeah. So remember to finish like that. Yeah.
Sorry, was that too much flick?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Push
Okay,
out.
I'll try one more time.
That's
Okay,
all right,
okay.
that's all
All
right.
right, here we go.
I'll hold that for you. I'll hold that for you.
Thank you. In, out, flick.
Yeah. Push up. Yeah. My
Is that-
guy.
I
Yeah,
got it,
man.
yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
No worries, man.
Well, thank you for the hospitality.
You're welcome, man. No worries.
And back to you, Jim, in the studio.
I've got to say, I think you look more like a magician there. The way he made that just disappear, it's brilliant. And I also feel a little bit guilty saying that you had some R&R, because he did do a bit of work there. So sorry about that, Peter. Kudos to you. It is so important to get hands-on experience, isn't it? And that leads me on to the concept of apprenticeships. And for people that might not have considered this as an option, what could they expect from an apprenticeship within the health and hospitality and lifestyle sectors?
I think, firstly, I want to just say, apprenticeships have long had a stigma about being for the hands-on and the practical people. Actually, what we're seeing now in the world of apprenticeships is all people can get involved in them. They can become very technical. We can go through a level 2 to a degree apprenticeship. So actually, the value and the opportunities within apprenticeships is so exciting. I think in this sector, in the hospitality and healthcare sector, I think what you should know thinking about an apprenticeship is it's going to be really hard work. It's going to be really enjoyable. You're going to meet loads of great people. You're going, it is a really great and diverse career pathway for you to consider. It's fast-paced, it's hard work, you've got to be committed and you've got to be really ready for it. And I think if you are, the world's your oyster for a career in this sector.
And you say you've got to be really ready for it. I mean, how can people prepare for an apprenticeship? If that's something they're thinking of doing, how can they prepare themselves to go down that route?
I think it's the fact, so I know in school you always have the pressure of doing your A levels and it's always, I need to study. But a lot of people come through school where they're more practically based and then they like to work with their hands and do more. Like I know I was one of those people, I hated studying, I'm not an exam person at all. But whenever I was preparing, I was very much, what am I going to get more out of? Am I going to get more out of learning out of a book, or am I going to get more out of doing an apprenticeship or a course that I can actually get my hands into and that I can actually, learn more? I didn't quite go the apprenticeship route, but similar to the apprenticeship, the BTEC courses, you have your work placements. You have that time where, whether it be once a week, twice a week, or a couple of weeks in the month, that you can actually go out and get hands-on experience in a sector. Doesn't mean you're going to stay in that sector permanently, but you can dab your hand in and out of what you enjoy. And by the end of your course, at least you know that you're going to find something you enjoy. Where the other side is the apprenticeships. At least with the apprenticeships, you're getting your hands in straight away. You're learning as you go. And half the time you find, say for example, if they're CNC milling machines, a lot of our competitors in the CNC milling industry will go into apprenticeships, and yet other people come out of university and they know more because they've worked their way up. And it's the same in hospitality and catering. People will go to uni, they will study a certain course or a degree, but yet it's the people that go into their apprenticeships that end up knowing everything. They know the gritty, they've put in the hard work, they've really worked their way up, and they've got the results to show at the end of it.
That's it. And
I would just say it's the right path for the right person.
Yeah,
and it's about getting if you can have that hands-on experience, maybe get some work experience, waitressing or helping out or even volunteering in some way. You can start to learn what you like and dislike, and then it's about picking the right pathway for you and who you are.
yes.
I think it's finding the right route for the right person. Some people will be
works for you.
academic, some people are going to be more practically based. It's finding the right thing for them to work.
Yeah, and talking of finding the right thing, Peter Bakari certainly has found the right thing. He was telling me earlier he paid a visit to Champneys Beauty College. So let's take a look.
Welcome everyone. We're now here at one of my favourite places, the beauty sector, and we're standing now with Suzanne, who's going to tell us all about what the competitors and people are here to see.
Hello, I'm from Champneys College, and we are a college that have been around for 40 years. We specialise in beauty therapy, so we are trained as therapists to have really high skills so that they can go out into the world of work. Coming to train with us, they're guaranteed employment within the Champneys resorts or the city spas, so they've got a great start for the world that they're going to lead into.
You mentioned training, so what kind of opportunities and how would you get into not just Champneys but the beauty sector as well?
So there are a variety of different ways. You could go in through your local FE college and work through beauty awards that way. You could come and join us, where we are a fee-paying college. Our course is intense, 10 months, and you'll end up with 4 qualifications: a level 2, level 3, a level 4 in advanced skincare, and the world-renowned Cedesco qualification. And then finally, the alternative option is to do an apprenticeship. The beauty resorts offer beauty therapy apprenticeships, and you can get onto those through going through the government website for apprenticeships.
Well, that is incredible. Now, I'm no beauty expert, as you can tell, but I would like to take a chance. So what kind of things can I try out?
Well, today you could try out our hand and arm massage, and Carly can demonstrate and tell you about the techniques that you'll be using. But before you can do that, you'll need to put on a robe, because that would be the journey you'd take if you were at resort.
Oh man, I've got to put on a robe. Life is hard. Please. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, the special treatment. A wee bit short, but it's good. So we're going to head over to Carly, who's actually one of the trainers for Champneys, and she's always training the young ones to know what they need to do in terms of beauty. So I'm going to sit down and have a little go. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Good.
So Carly, what are we doing right now?
We are offering hand and arm massages to allow people who maybe might want to go into beauty therapy just to have a little hands-on experience, so they can maybe have a little play around, have a go at actually doing hand and arm massages, having a go at nail painting, massages, just to kind of get a bit of a hands-on experience.
Oh, I like that, hands-on. That's a little pun there, yeah? So, what are we starting off with?
So we're just going to apply some massage moisturising lotion.
Oh, it does feel good.
So this is really going to help to hydrate your skin. So we actually do help, if people actually study with us, we actually teach them all about the bones, the muscles, all like the underlying structures as well.
As you can see, there's actually quite a lot of technique going into this. It reminds me much of sports massages when I was being an athlete. So what kind of things do you teach them?
We teach them bones, muscles, so all the anatomy, physiology, as well as the practical elements as well, of learning massage, facials, waxing.
So there's a lot to learn, but there's a lot of give as well.
Definitely.
Thank you so much, Carly. I appreciate this.
Thank you very much.
This is for free, right? Thank you.
You can repay the favour later.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Well, back to you, Gemma, back at the studio.
Peter, I'm in the wrong job here in the studio, to be honest. I should be out there getting a massage. I'll have a word with him later. So we are wrapping up now and the show is coming to a close, but I would love to give you both the opportunity to just give a word of advice from your experience to anybody out there who isn't sure what to do with their career or where to take it or where to get inspiration from. Any words of advice that either of you have, Laura Jane?
I think for me, young people are expected to make big life choices about the rest of their career. What are you going to be when you grow up and think of something for the rest of your life? That's not how it works. For me, young people need to just think about what's going to be really fun for them, go and try and have different experiences and trust that it will be okay. They will find the right pathway providing they've got the right attitudes.
Great advice. Love it. Nikita?
A bit similar to yourself, like it's okay to not know what you want to do. And there's going to be many people walking through Skills Show, and not just Skills Show, maybe people that are tuning in online. It's okay. It's fine. You have your whole life to figure out what you want to do. But if you're at the Skills Show, make advantage of all the have a go things, you know, take as part in as much as you can. And outside of here, volunteer. Go volunteer somewhere, have a look, have a go, and you know what, don't stress because it'll come.
Don't stress and get involved.
Yeah.
I love it. Great advice. Thank you so much to both of you. And you watching at home, please don't forget, we will be back here again at 2:30 and we'll be talking about the engineering and technology sectors. And don't forget to have your say as well using the hashtag WSUKLive and ask any questions you want to. And I will leave you in the capable hands of Peter Vicari, who visited Tony and Guy earlier, to give styling a try, and I think I'm going to leave you at home to decide if he's found his new calling.
Welcome everyone, we are now at a hairdressing stand with Tony and Guy, and as you can hear, well, it is booming because it is lively. I want to speak to Yasmin and Serena, who are going to tell me a little bit more about the apprentices and getting into the industry. Hello, hello, hello. How's it going, guys? How you doing?
Very well, excited.
Good, good, good. And yourself?
Good, babe. Good, all good.
So introduce me. Who are you and what is this?
So I'm Yasmin. This is the NEC. So this is a seminar that gets everyone being all creative. We're in the hairdressing area. So this area is where you got our apprentices, potential apprentices that come be a hairdresser, be creative, get out their comfort zone, get playful. It's exciting, man. We're getting crazy.
Definitely, definitely. I love the energy here. So what kind of opportunities are in the industry?
So in the hairdressing, there's so many opportunities. Obviously, you start off as an apprentice first. As an apprentice, it's a great opportunity to get creative, to learn new techniques, learn off other hairdressers. There's so many areas in the hairdressing field that you can go down. You've got your colour technician route, or you've got your styling route. There's so many different things. Mainly, it's all about getting out your comfort zone, inspiring people, inspiring off each other, and bouncing off each other, making people feel amazing.
Well, it is inspiring, and I can see a little bit of design here. So, and you guys are from Tony and Guy, so tell me, what is it like being an apprentice in Tony and Guy, and what would you say to people trying to be one?
Well, as an educator within Tony and Guy, I think it's a huge, amazing gift, an opportunity, I think personally. I think to be able to be involved as an apprentice with Tony and Guy, you're learning from the best education within the industry. You're learning everything from braiding to blow drying to cutting hair, rip and foil, everything. So you're learning from the bottom all the way up to eventually become art directors within the industry, but also you can travel around the world. So you start from the bottom and you can go up to the top.
Oh, that's brilliant. I love that. I love the passion and energy here as well. Hey, you gotta give it, right? You gotta give it.
We were there once, we were there.
So, if I was at home right now with my, my hair, and I wanted to get into the industry, what would I need to do?
To get into the industry, so basically you've got to have a lot of commitment, you've got to have a lot of graft. It's not an easy job being a hairdresser. You know, it's all about being passionate, having drive, getting out your comfort zone is the main thing. Conquering that, being creative, getting out your comfort zone, but then using that that creative vision to push yourself to then beyond, so you'll be inspired, and ultimately you'll see how far you can go. And that is a true inspiration when you see, like our apprentices start from the start, and then like what we've been in the industry 11 years, and now we are, art directors in the salon. We started right from the bottom, and that inspires the new apprentices that are coming through. So we are a true inspiration to our new apprentices, because you can do it, you can get there.
Hey, you know what? Say that again and tell them, please.
You can get there. You can do it. Come down to Tony and Guy. We love you, man. Get down.
Well, I want to have a go. Do you think I've got what it takes? All right.
First thing, you need product. Okay. Product is key.
Right, may I?
Yeah, you go for that.
Just a dab of this.
Have you done this before?
No, not at all.
Don't be embarrassed. You're going to be good. You're going to outdo us.
Okay.
Okay, so you want to apply
do you want it to sit down? Is that easier?
Yeah.
Okay,
So apply a bit of product. That's it.
Just a tad.
So we've got 3 strands here.
Yes.
So what we want to do, we want to go under. Just pull that down, yeah?
Yeah.
I want to show you briefly. Under. Yeah? See, we're getting in the swing of it.
Okay.
Yeah? He's got it. So take
right.
it from there.
This one. Well, not bad so far.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to go
Yeah.
under.
Yeah, you're doing it.
Under. And you're done. Well then.
Yeah,
That is
practice.
it. Thank you, guys.
No problem, absolute pleasure.
Thank you,
Thank you
pleasure.
very much. Lovely to meet you, thank you guys.
Whoa, that's been amazing. I think I'm going to go back to the hospitality now. Thank you, see ya.
Thank you very much.